Alright guys, what's up? So today we're going to be taking a look at this pistol that I just picked up. It is the Eaa Girsan 1911S, and they call it the Noel. This is their match pistol, chambered in 9mm. I picked this up for just under $700. So we're going to take a look at it today, go out and do some shooting, do some testing, but I wanted to get the tabletop stuff out of the way, tell you what I like, what I don't like, and then hopefully can tell you guys whether or not it's worth the $700 to buy it as a entry-level match pistol. I'll be using it for Steel Challenge if it lives up to the expectations I have for it. So let's get into the video and take a look at some features and some things that I've noticed that I don't like, just by looking at it. So let's start with the fact that the fiber optic sight is actually not even straight. If you can tell, it's crooked, it's leaning this way. That may just be nitpicking now, but that I mean, it should be at least straight. I mean, come on, right? So you can tell by looking at it, it's leaning. Now, when you look through the sights, I mean, I don't know that it's going to affect anything, but we'll see. And I don't know if they damaged it when they were putting it in and when they were pushing on it and it bent it, or if it was already bent. But that was like one of the first things I noticed. And I didn't pick this up in a gun shop. I ordered it and had it shipped to me. So that's one of the downsides of that. You can't look at this kind of stuff. The other thing is, guys, the beaver tail. It is it's not really fitted like most. I mean, even my Rock Islands have a better fitted beaver tail. You can see here there's more gap on this side than there is on this side, and this thing has some play in it too, back and forth play, so it's not a real tight fit on the beaver tail, and it's not fitted like most other handguns. Now, I don't know if that's because they're just taking a standard frame that they use on all their others and putting in an extended beaver tail or what, but that's something I noticed. This thing does have an extended magazine release. It sticks a little further than most others that I've ever seen. I don't know if it's a whole lot more than others, but I do like the thumb safety. It is extended on both sides, so it works more like a thumb ledge. The gun is clear, by the way, guys. Works more like a thumb ledge, so you can keep your thumb on there. The downside of that, as you can see as my support hand comes in, is of course how it's biting into the side of my support hand as I wrap it. So, but it does point well. Of course, the extended rear sight is all black, and then the front's fiber optic, as I already showed you. It does kind of help having that, and I believe they're LPA sights, but I'm not really for sure. One thing I did notice when I first got it is it feels extremely oversprung. It feels like it's got a 45 caliber recoil spring in there, probably 16 to 18 pounds, what I would guess. And it just feels ridiculously oversprung. Most of the time, I don't run factory ammo. I run my own competition loads, which are quite a bit lighter than standard factory. So, just for this video, I went out and bought some standard factory 1200 FPS, 115 grain stuff. So, I'll give that a try just to see if it will run factory ammo with the spring that's in it right now. I know good and well it's probably not going to run this. If it does run this, I would be shocked. So, which isn't a big deal. We've got springs here. I've got everything from a 5-pound up to a 15-pound recoil spring. So when we get out there on the range, if it doesn't run one or the other, we can mess with the recoil spring to get it to more reliably cycle. The trigger, it doesn't have any kind of over travel, pre-travel screw or anything in it, so it is what it is. It's about like any standard 1911 trigger, though. It's really short. The reset is almost non-existent. So it's got that little bit of that take up to there, and then it breaks, and it feels pretty good. I mean, it's not a custom trigger or by any means, but I would say it's about 3 to 4 pounds, somewhere in there. It's a good looking gun. It's kind of got that bead blasted look. I'm not sure if it's even what this finish would be considered. It is supposedly stainless. We got a little bit of grip checkering here. It's not real aggressive. I don't know. I would almost like to see a little bit more checkering. And then of course it's just got like the standard back grip checkering, and this is much more aggressive than this here on the front. It's a lot deeper. It feels good in the hand. I do get a little bit of bite from it, but I think it's because this isn't fitted as well as it should be, which allows me to get pinched a little bit. So let's head to the range, do some shooting, and test out, see how it shoots, see how it groups, get it sighted in, see if it lives up to its what it's billed as a match pistol.
Alright guys, so we got the Eaa Girsan match Noel. I'll tell you right now that I went ahead and put in a 11-pound recoil spring in it. So I've got, well, I've got my match loads, and then I've also got the factory stuff. So we'll run the factory stuff first, and then we'll run the reloads. Let's see how it shoots. All right, here we go. All right, that was the factory stuff. Let's see if it will run with the aftermarket mags and my reloads. Well, ran most of those, just one malfunction, failure to feed. My reloads are definitely quite a bit lighter than factory at 130 power factor. Ran that mag just fine, and it is running my stuff. I definitely think it was definitely oversprung with the factory recoil spring. And it ran that mag. It shoots just fine. Factory shoots really well, and it seems to have okay accuracy. Another mag just fine. One more. Well, that one decided it didn't want to feed. Well, that one dead zeroed right where I was aiming for. I would say that's probably more luck than it was skill. But hey, dead center. Seems to be shooting a little bit low and to the right. Not sure if that's me or if that's a gun. I would say it's probably the gun and it needs to be adjusted on the sights, but to me that would be acceptable accuracy. So this here is the group. Aim there. Sight is definitely crooked, like I already mentioned. So, final thoughts. Man, I'm really not sure what to say about this one, guys. It is it worth the $700? That's the real question here. I mean, it's got some of the features that you might appreciate. I mean, the extended and all that, but is it worth the $700? I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air on this one, guys. I'm not really settled on whether or not that's worth the $700 that they charge for it. So maybe with time prices will come down, and maybe just because of COVID things are kind of a little more expensive, but it is supposedly their top of the line match pistol. So I think it would fall more into the $600 range, not the $700 range, because at about $700 there's other guns that are real close to being a much better finish and fit and everything, like Bull Armory, things like that. They've got them for around $800. So I guess it would be up to you, the buyer, as to whether or not it's worth the $700. Trigger's nice. I mean, it shoots good. It's a 1911. It's basically got all the same features and parts as a standard 1911, you know. Definitely was oversprung. 11-pound recoil spring worked just perfectly. Accuracy was acceptable out of a, you know, a 1911, so not a whole lot of complaints there, but it is what it is. So all right, guys, we're gonna call it a day on this one. Hope you like the video, and let me know what you think down in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time.